honest, I would answer these questions, and I'll do it to the best of my ability. And I want to go through these. I don't know how long it'll take me, and answer them. I didn't get a lot of questions, but I will. First question was from you Dizzy 1969, great YouTube guy. Are you happy when your YouTube friends just drop by? Of course. Anytime, anybody, like I've always said, would be welcome at my home. I would like to have a heads up to let me know you're coming, but either way, if you pulled up in my driveway, you're welcome to come to my house. So that was from you Dizzy 69. Okay? And we'll scroll on up, and I got a message from Magic Cadillac. It says, well, it's cool that there are YouTubers who come to visit. That's always good to have. I wish I could visit, but the problem is I'm about 5,000 miles, long flight hours between us. So that's not to do every day. That wasn't really a question, but I understand what you're saying, because I won't even fly on an airplane. So, big chicken. Sure am. And my good friend Keith that lives close by, this is the dude I loaned the truck to. Why did chicken cross the road? I don't know. I guess, like everybody always said, to get to the other side, or he did it for fun, to dodge oncoming traffic. You know, weaving, bobbing and weaving. Yeah, that was from Big Ball Daddy. Okay, serious question. He asked me another one. Have you ever been to another country? And if not, what's the coolest place you ever visited? I've never been to another country. I would love to visit London, because that's where my mom was from. But like I said, I'm afraid to fly. So, you know, I haven't ever been out west. I'd like to go. I'm not a biker, but I'd like to go to Sturgis, just to go to Full Throttle Saloon for the 10 days they're open a year. Just 1 week, just to visit. Because I watched the show, and I know a lot of it's probably put on for show, but there was a lot of cool stuff there. A lot of freak show stuff, which I don't mind. I could get into that. So there you go. Either there, I'd like to visit California. Never been there. So it's probably, you know, I mean, I've been all the way anywhere as far as Florida south, and as far as Ohio or Indiana north, as far as I've ever been. So here's a question. That was from Big Ball Daddy. Here's a question from Citizen First. What's your favorite concert you went to when you were younger, or which one was the most memorable? The most memorable one for me, which I went to about 30, was AC/DC, UFO, and the Motors. And the reason why it was so memorable, it was on Thanksgiving night, 1977, I believe. I got in for $3. They called it a low-dough show, which was cool. They put on a good show, and to me, AC/DC died when Bon Scott died, but not completely. I still like Brown Johnson, but he's not Bon Scott. But Angus, usually your vocalist is your lead. He's your front man in a band, but the front man in that band is Angus Young. Always has been, always will. I slapped him on the back as he went by playing Bad Boy Boogie, because he was on Bon Scott's shoulder, and they went all the way around the arena 2 or 3 times, different levels. I remember that because he was just freaking soaking wet with sweat where he was working so hard. Okay, that was from Chevyson first. RTL70. Do I have a favorite NFL team? And if you would you consider joining the Trash Talk Circle for the NFL? No, not anymore. I watched football from the early 70s all the way through the 80s. And to beat all, Dallas Cowboys was my favorite team when I was in high school. Don't know why, just I would fight you over them if somebody said something bad about them. That's just the way I was. And I used to get the newsletter, the Dallas Cowboys Weekly, and Drew Pearson, Preston Pearson, Charlie Waters, Roger Staubach. I used to know a lot of players, a lot of teams back then. I could tell you almost anybody that played on any team. But when they went on strike the first time and they had the scrubs come in and take over, or whatever they called them, I lost interest in football, and I lost interest in a lot of sports because it's all about big money, and it's not about the fans anymore. That's the reason I don't watch football. Nothing against people that do. I'm glad they like it. MB Guy 918 says, we're all a big happy YouTube family. Yeah, we sure are. That wasn't a question, but that's fine. But I know where he's going. That was cool. Finn Painter said, good one. Okay. Here's Hoss 4107. If you could sit down and talk with any rock musician alive or one that has passed, who would it be and what would you ask them? I don't really know. There's so many that I love. Probably Stevie Ray Vaughan. I seen him in concert and I'd asked him how he got so damn good at playing guitar. I mean, that would be one question. I'd be beside myself if I got to meet him. You know, we lost a great musician when we lost him. A great blues musician. And his music lives on in here for me. So, that was from Hoss 4107. MBYR31, great topic. Unfortunately, I don't have any real questions to ask, really. Okay, what's cool? Justin 91476. This is one of my first YouTube subscribers. He's always been there. He's a good guy. Go check out his channel. It'd be nice to meet you. I always wanted to go to Tennessee. Maybe one day I'll rent a car, floor it down there, and don't worry about the trolls, man. You know you're a good person. God knows you're a good person. That's all that matters. Kids love you to death. So how you doing? So you know you're doing something right. I feel like I'm doing something right by my kids because they are number one to me. I always put them first. And there's not anything I wouldn't do for them. So, and my one daughter is a musician, and my other daughter, she loves a lot of other things. She likes sports and art, and they're both different in their own way. But they're a lot of joy to be around, and they're what makes me want to get up every morning and drink coffee and be alive. So, Marcel St. Jean, he is a cool guy. He said, I think you're interesting. Why do you think you're not? Well, I think I was basing it on my videos I make. I don't make any glitz and glamour videos like fancy intros, and I just stab a vlog up and say what I think. And, I don't know, I just don't find myself to be an interesting person. But I got a big heart, so that makes me a little bit interesting. If y'all never checked out Marcel, go check him out. He's cool. Really good guy. I like his videos. Okay, we got one from Missing Remote. Is Ridge secretly the radio personality otherwise known as the Tennessee Midnight Rambler? The voice kind of sounds the same, respectfully. Well, Missing Remote, no, I am not the Midnight Rambler. He was kind of secretive about who he was. Some people knew him as Mike, and I always heard he was from Milesime, Tennessee, which is 10, 12 miles away. There's been rumors that he passed away. I know they had a guy came back about 7, 8 years ago to do a resurrection thing. The Midnight Rambler's back, but it wasn't the same guy. We used to stay up every Saturday night, ride around, do our thing. You know what it was back then. Hit the country roads and listen to the Rambler. And he would say, these phones ain't a ringing here at the radio station. I want you guys to call me. And we'd go to a pay phone. There wasn't any cell phones. And we'd call the guy. And he would either not answer or he'd be busy. So he was just doing that. But he rocked us every weekend. Rock and roll, heavy stuff. And said some of the funniest stuff. There was a few things controversial about him that he said that I don't agree with, but for the most part, he was the best DJ I ever heard in my life. Even when I was a kid, I used to listen to a DJ from WLS Chicago. Had a little bitty pocket transistor radio, and it would get AM, was all I could get. And I could pick up WLS Chicago all the way down here in East Tennessee, which was cool. That's when I first started really loving music. Okay, that was from Missing Remote. Okay, Bama Brian 79. I'm sorry if I look half asleep. It's because I am. Okay. My question is, when are you going to do another cooking video? You made some killer chicken, mashed potatoes. First video of yours I watched, you seem like good people, so I subscribe. Well, Bama Brown 79, I appreciate that. Those kind words. And I don't know, I've been thinking about doing another cooking video, but I don't really know what I'm going to cook that I can really show. But I've cooked all my life. Part of the time my dad was in the service, he was a mess sergeant. And he's a really good cook. And my mom was British, she was a really good cook. My mom could whip up a meal in 15 minutes and it would taste like it'd been cooked all day. So, and I miss her. What a lady. So yeah, I'll do a cooking video one day. I might show who knows what. I might make some dried beef and gravy, shit on a shingle. I might make some of that and show y'all how I make it. So, I love to make gravy because it always turns out decent, So I just don't eat a lot of it. John Picker says, what's your plans for this year? Found something that you would like. I'm going to put a vid up tomorrow. I don't know if I've seen that or not, Picker. Unless it was the popcorn machine. I love that. The plans for this year? Just to make the best out of life that I can with my kids. I don't really have any plans. I never make plans. Because usually when I do, something happens. If I make plans to do something, something kills it. So I figure day by day, you do what you want to do. And if you get up in the morning and say, hey, I'm going to drive to Asheville or Nashville or Virginia or Mount Airy or anywhere, I'm like, I'll go. If I was taking the ocean, I'll take off. So I don't make plans. BB Ed, biggest regret in life. My biggest regret in life is not looking out for my future as a kid. So I'd be sitting on, of course money's not everything, But I wish I would have took care of things like that when I was younger. So investments, etc., whatever. So I'd be a lot more comfortable living as far as bills and things. And that was my biggest regret. Common Sense 85. Why do you rarely look at the camera? I don't know. Low self-esteem about the way I look, maybe in my age. I don't know. I try to look at it, but I think that's why. If you could have any car, what would it be? Just one, your favorite. Have a good evening, buddy. That's Tater Nader. I'm not into cars as much as trucks, but if I had my pick of a brand new car right now, probably a Roush Mustang. Even though I don't fit in one good, I just love those cars. Just hard. Ford. When Ford made that car right there, they did the best reproduction of any car made. That's my opinion. I like all makes except Dodge. Don't tell John that. I'm not a Dodge person. I'm a muscle car Dodge person, but that's it. Mr. Jeff Dixon, that's my nephew, 15. Is mayonnaise an instrument? I guess if you want to put it on your fingers and play guitar or piano or drums. So, I'm not a mayonnaise eater, so I don't know. Unless I make ranch dressing. Okay, Justin up here, he's asked me a question. What was your first car and how much did you pay for it and how long did you have it? 72 or 71 Datsun 1200. Piece of crap. Didn't have it long. Had more trouble out of it than it was worth having. I paid $600 for it. That was in 1976. So, what a piece of crap. Aiden Crocker, well, how well traveled are you? Have you left North America, the USA, the South Tennessee? I've left the South Tennessee, but I've never been overseas. Like I said, I've been, I'm in Tennessee. I've been to North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana. That's the best I can remember of all the places I've been. Alabama, been through there. So, not a big traveler. So, Redneck Blog, ever had anything stolen from you by a friend? Ever been in a serious fist fight to defend someone? Most embarrassing moment in public? Never. I don't know that I've had anything stolen from a friend, but I had a '68 Firebird stolen from me. I never did find it, and that was in 1980. It was beautiful. Orange, spoiler, nice wheels, tires, set up all the way around like they used to. That was sickening, to say the least. No insurance on the car at the time, and I wouldn't have had full coverage on it anyway. Back then, back when I was younger, you did well to put gas in a car. So I had a job 40 hours a week, and I didn't live a half mile from work. And the car was sitting about 30 foot from my front door of my house, and I got up the next morning and my car was gone. And every time I went to the cops or go to Newport to the cops where somebody said it probably went, they treated me like dirt. So much for that. Good question, man. I've been in a fist fight before, but it's been a while, but it was to defend myself. But I would get in a fist fight over my kids. or somebody was getting picked on. And I'm about too old for that. But yeah, oh yeah, I've been in a fist fight. I'm not tough or anything, but I got a serious punch. Serious, dead serious punch. Most embarrassing moment in public. I don't know. Walk in the store and have a stain on the ass of your pants. It looks like shit. That's probably embarrassing. Because I was a brick mason. And I would lay around in the mud and all that. And if I wanted to go in the store, I'd go in the store. Or to have something on my face when I check out somewhere and somebody see it. And I'm like, I didn't know it was there. That's pretty embarrassing. So that was from Redneck Vlog. And if you haven't watched Glenn, go check out his videos. Super editor. And the guy can make it and do anything. The dude's a genius on making, make building stuff. And he's building something now, and I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome. So go check him out. The Redneck Vlog. Let's see. Have you ever bought, has a girl, this is from Jimmy Ray here, has a girl ever bought you a surprise? Yeah, when I was married, we had a place at the lake, and my wife took me down there to her place one day, and I thought we were just going to visit and clean up or whatever. She took me around back on the deck, and she had bought me a floating boat dock, 10 by 20. Nice. Something I didn't have. That was a surprise. So, yeah, that was a surprise. Let's see. And that was from Jimmy Ray here. Redneck Vlog. Have you ever had here's another one from him. You ever had a shootout with the law enforcement? No. Huh. You ever been asked to sign an autograph with your feet? No. I can't hardly sign it with my hands. Let's see, you ever dined at McDonald's while wearing a plaid kilt? No, I don't wear kilts. Have you ever left home without your American Express? No, but I have left here without my Visa card. I don't have American Express. Have you ever used a metal detector to find anything made of wood? No. I don't have a metal detector. Never used one. You ever bought a vacuum from a door-to-door salesman? Heck no. You ever had a seagull fly down and steal a Zippo from the beach? No, but I've had them steal my crackers and snacks. Have you ever had a drunken Russian beat you at chess? No, but I'd like to have a drunken Russian chick beat me at anything. That'd be nice. Wasn't that crazy? Alright. Okay, this Jackerbation's talking about this troll. So he wants to ask me, he says, not funny, he's just weird. The main gag, every guy's a pedo. That's what this guy, my troll, tells me. Every gal's a whore. Makes you wonder how he spends his free time. So, here's my question. How fat and unattractive do you think that dude is? Well, I'm not sure. I think he weighs about 400 pounds. He's like somebody else told me. He still lives at home with his mom. She probably brings him his food to his room, and I'm sure his room's nasty. And he probably eats fattening food such as frozen pizzas and pizza rolls and stuff like that. And I think that he just looks like a big fat ass troll. And I don't even know what he looks like. Honestly, Jack, that was from Jackerbation. Honestly, Jack, I am a 99.9% sure I know who he is, and as soon as I find out for sure he is, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to call his ass out. So, I have a way of doing some things now I've been learning. I think, pretty sure here in the next few weeks or months, I will definitely know who he is. And like I said, I am almost positive. And if people want to stay sub to him, you can. That's your business. If you want to keep him on your channel insulting me every time I make a comment, keep him on there. Don't block him. You know, he's only insulting me. He's not insulting you. So, but that's your business if you want to keep Nate Higgers on your channel. You know, but he's blocked from my 2 channels. And I know some other people has blocked him. And, you know, I try not to say nothing to him anymore, but it's really hard not to, especially when he mentions your kids and things and calls you a pedo, which I'm not. I'll tell you right now, I'd kill a pedophile. That's the way I feel about him. That's the truth. So that was from Jack Herbation. Self-defense shooting. This is from Common Sense 85. What's your favorite gun? I don't have but one shotgun, but I love shooting guns, and probably my favorite gun is a 357 Magnum. I don't know why, I just like to shoot them. And it's not the best gun. I've shot 50 calibers and stuff, but I just like that 357 for some reason. This is from Appalachian Angler. I've noticed from your awesome hometown of Greenville, did you grow up there? Would you care to live anywhere else, and if yes, where? Yeah, I would live somewhere else. I like it here. It's small town politics. It's the only bad thing about the Greenville. You run into a lot of that. I know him, he knows her, and he can get a job here because he knows somebody up here. That's the kind of town I live in. Sucks, but that's the way it is. That's the only thing I hate about it here, and everybody knows everybody. If they don't, they assume they know everybody, which I disagree with. You know, you shouldn't talk about anybody even though you know stuff about them, and you should keep that shit to yourself. But if I was going to live anywhere else, I would probably move to Southern Virginia, or, you know, if I was going to live in Tennessee, I'd consider just moving 30 miles up the road to Johnson City, because I like it up there. So, plenty to do, plenty of restaurants. That was from Appalachian Angler. Mr. Adams, what was your first job? My first job was a bag boy at a grocery store. I worked there 2 years. I started at 15. I've worked ever since then, so, you know. Yeah, I remember that job. It was the first opportunity that I had to break into the workforce, and that back then we had to bag the groceries in paper bags and take the bags to the cars for the ladies, and sometimes you'd get a quarter tip from these old ladies that looked like they were real brickle. They're probably all dead now, but that was in 1975. So, yeah, one of the better jobs I ever had. That was from Mr. Adams' Eye. Mr. MJC 1968, what's your favorite beer, alcoholic drink? I guess I should ask the question if you drink at all. I don't drink no more, but when I did drink, I liked Michelob Ultra or Corona. I'm just not a drinker. But back when I was younger, I drank the regular old red and white Budweiser. I'm just not a drinker, you know. Not anymore. That's been a while. If you won, this is from Death Trap Hot Rods. If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money? Pay all of my bills off to make sure my kids had money. Pay all my family's bills off. And I would go out here in town here where I live, and I'd find 20 or 30 homeless people. Or 40 or 50 or the most I could find. If they want help, I know a lot of them don't want help, but I put them a place to live and food to eat for so long. And, because it wouldn't take much for me to pay my house off and, you know, give me a little bit of nice truck. But I'll tell you, I would help anyone if I have the money, you know. If I don't, I'll dig it up. So, and I'd like to be able to help some homeless people. I really would. Or some abused children, you know. That was from Death Trap. Hot Rods, he's a brother of the road, I believe. Yeah. Super OV didn't answer a question. He said, I was a mint condition human being. Buddy, you are too. You're awesome. I like your videos and you're a great guy. I got one. This is from Sask Green 13th man. What's your view on Harlem Shake craze? Because I have no idea what to think. I think it's stupid, like planking. I don't know. Watch my daughter's video. Taylor Fillers, her and my daughter made a Harlem Shake video last night. It was funny. But I think it's something that'll... It's be like Justin Bieber. Here one day, gone the next. His days are numbered. He's a fad. Just like all the stars when they're young. It's from Fat Cool Jeremy. Did you finally get laid, bro? Huh? It's been a while. What's that song? It's been a while. Yeah. It's been a while. Not that I don't want to, but it's been a while. Funny question, Jeremy. You dog, you. Shield time. Okay, I do vids for fun, just like you. Why do you do vids? What is the motive? I don't mind. You and I are the same age. Just wondering what inspired you to start this. Well, my daughter, I joined YouTube in 07, never made any videos until 09, and my daughter started playing guitar, and I started putting her on there. And then I got to watching vlogs and other bull crap, and that's how I got my start. And why do I do it? I do it for fun and friendship. Okay? That's pretty much all why I do it. And this is from Lord Shaq Isaac. Okay, the singer of Meatloaf released a song, I Will Do Anything for Love, in 93. My question is, if you were on death row and this was your last meal, what would it be? You got a 5-course meal, 5 beverages. It can be alcohol or non-alcohol. What's your last meal gonna be? And what you eat your favorite food? What is your favorite food and drink? Well, if I had a last meal, it'd have to be a ribeye, a big plate of home fries, and a steak with ranch dressing. Not too much to ask for. Not the most, I wasn't a filet mignon, so not the most expensive food in the world, but probably my last meal. Because, I mean, I love that kind. Let's see, who else? Okay. I think that's all the questions. If you got any more, you can throw me some more or send me a PM. It was, like I said again, it was fun meeting Andrew and his brother, and they're cool people. And of course Jason, biggest pink duck asshole in the world. But you gotta love the guy, he's awesome. I've met, you know, just like Keith, my buddy B-Ball Daddy. If not for YouTube, I wouldn't have never reconnected with him. And that's what I like about social networking. In my opinion, YouTube beats them all hands down, even though their rules, some of the rules suck. Unlike Facebook, I like Facebook, okay, but it's not YouTube. And somebody's going to have to step up and do something, especially if they start charging 99 cents per subscription. I'm not paying, I'm sorry. I love everybody on here, but I'm not paying 99 cents to subscribe to your channel. I'll just go somewhere else and do it for free. Hope this answered some questions. If you have any more and you didn't get them answered, or if I left you out, I'm sorry, but I think I got them all. Send me a PM and let me know. You guys have an awesome weekend, and it was nice seeing everybody again. And I can't wait to see more question videos. So thanks for watching again, and have a good Saturday morning.